That was so mother of her. Is the freaking wish come true? Girl, no. Don't pull a Reinhardt now. And the rest is history. Hey, it's Faye from Tiny Wave TV, and this is my The Rose of Versailles Journal, the last entry. We've got a whole lot of history to cover this time. A whole lot of, I'm fine. I got this. Allons-y. Episode 31 starts off ominous. Safety in Paris is a joke at this point. A natural consequence of the state screwing things up and driving people further into poverty. Plus, you know, the hot revolutionaries' terrorism. Thanks to all that, my girl Oscar is all booked and busy. About to get even busier with the whole Spanish royals situation.
やるんなら一家全員だ。その方がショックが大きい。
So, Saint-Just, right? What I'm about to say might seem unrelated. It's not, bear with me. In Legend of the Galactic Heroes, there were a couple of moments when Olivier Poplin got serious. He normally sounded like you'd imagine your typical orange cat would sound like if it were human. But when he got serious, I remember thinking, damn, I wish the VA did that like all the time. And that brings us to Saint-Just. I didn't even realize it at first. My initial impression was like, yeah, okay, psychopathic twink. Him and Robespierre, ship. Then I checked the voice and I listened closer. Is the freaking wish come true, you guys? Alright, sorry, I'll stop. Let's get on with this episode. Oh wait, Shippen SJ and MR will be like Shippen Poplin and Mittermeier?
いい加減にしたまえ、サンジュスト君。やだな、先生。
After a good deal of action finesse, this mini fiasco gets wrapped up. This scene though.
André, company.
Third wheel, ultimate wingman, same VA as Kazern, or just another man to add to the blacklist? Alright, the way of the girl best friend is that we hold grudges against anyone who's ever hurt bestie. I don't care if you go back to your ex. I don't care if you forget what that shitty colleague I've never even met did to you. I remember. So from this moment on, Alan, you're off the bro list and on the blacklist. But I don't mind watching a quality one-on-one in the rain. Slay. I mean, it was shitty of the dudes to suspect her in the first place. When she found out that the musket was quote-unquote lost, she straight up tried to cover up for the guy. She was so worried, like, you lost it? What do you mean you lost it? You could get killed. Alright, get him another one. That was so mother of her. And I loved Andre's face when Alan found out it was Oscar who had helped. Like, yep, that's my girl. Speaking of which... Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. She might mean it like my dog. My puppy, you know. Anyway, closing off 32 with the tragic loss of Alan's sister. Rest in peace, Angel. You will be dearly missed, even though you showed up like 2 times. And the protests demanding the States General be convened. I don't know what that was. I thought that meant like a parliament or something. Now, the people did want a parliament type deal, right? But this was something else. Looking into the history of the States General actually helped clear things up for me a little bit. So this was an assembly of the 3 classes, the clergy, the nobles, the commoners, that the king could call for or call off. And they'd had this in France since like the Middle Ages, so quite the traditional setup, right? To stay relevant in the 18th century, it needed a revamp. Starting with that rigged voting system that screwed over the third estate. So the king did allow them more representatives, but when it came to actual voting, it was the same old system all over again. Votes were counted by group or the state, not by head or individual. So of course it collapsed in on itself, which led to the National Assembly drama. And then the ruling class kept pulling nonsense, which shockingly came back to bite them in the A. Voila, French Revolution. You get the gist. But before we get to that, a whole lot of other stuff happened. Like for example, my girl Rosalie getting married. Former Robin Hood, you better treat her right. Now another notable moment in episode 33. First of all, what even is life? One minute you're a military commander, the next you're a babysitter. I mean, mother is mother in any way, but yeah, life, right? And second of all, Joseph? What did you just... Alright, aside from that, the kid impressed me. Like, the way he spoke, his awareness of what was going on in the country, and his role as the heir to the throne. I highly doubt his dad had an ounce of that kind of awareness when he was 7.
アンドレ、私は王妃になり損なった。
Well, the tides have turned in this dog's favor.
プレゼン博がスウェーデンに帰国したそうだ。オスカル。
アンドレ、明日から三部会警備。
Oh, it feels so good to see her so unfazed. Closing off 33 with another tragic loss. Actually, I felt bad for the king and queen. Imagine having to leave your sick child on his deathbed just to go sit in a room full of angry folks yelling at each other. But they kind of brought this upon themselves, so I don't know. 34. Watching this, I was like, girl, no. Girl, no. Like, don't pull a Reinhardt now? Like, was Reinhardt's entire character a copy of our goddess here? I don't know, maybe this whole consumption thing was a way to get us prepared for, Anyway, the National Assembly is, assembled. To which the government responds with, the food? What is this? England? Checks and balances? Just shut it down. And the NA was like, oh, we can't use the building? Okay, fellas, let's go down to the tennis court and tuck it up like, yeah. That dollar sign just hits different now. So the oath is made, like, watch your back absolute monarchy, constitution is coming. Now, amidst all the historically accurate chaos in this episode, we got my girl getting hit with order after order until she finally puts her foot down like, alright, this is BS. And no, I'm not doing it. She's finally at that breaking point where her job and her morals clash. Now is the time to leave the nest.
さあ撃て、武器も持たない平民議員にその銃口を向けるというなら、まず私の屍を越えてから行くがよい。
マドマーゼル、どうか剣をお納めください。あなたの前で武器を持たない者に銃を向けるような卑怯者にどうしてなれましょうか。君がため、たとえ我が身無本人になるとでも。
I didn't think I'd use this again, but
bombastic side eye.
I wonder what goes on inside of someone's head that enables them to murder their own flesh and blood. Watching this scene, I was terrified. Like, I don't know if I can fully convey what I felt, because this happens, right? Fathers killing daughters for honor. It shakes me to my core. Different context here, but still. So yeah, thank you, Marie. Following that, we had Alan and the dudes getting released, which was a real thing, by the way. The soldiers were actually imprisoned for attending political meetings and stuff. Love how this was woven into the narrative to fuel Oscar's arc. 36, the royal army has stormed the city.
どうだアンドレ、パリの様子は。
自由が消えた。
Wish I lived in a time where I could just go, damn, they had no freedom. That sucks. Instead of feeling a lump in my throat.
今さら国民議会などを認めたら王室の権威はどうなるのです。国王の尊厳に傷がつきます。負けてはなりません。
Digging her own grave, right? Again, that's Marie for you. Pulling the same kind of rabbit out of her Delulu hat every damn time. But you know, although I started this series being super annoyed with her, now I just find it sad. I did feel sympathy for her from time to time. She was basically sold off, had to leave her homeland, her family, at such a young age. Well, could have been worse, right? At least the husband wasn't that bad. Just lacked a bit of spine. I mean, it could have turned out to be, I don't know, a wife-beating psychopath. You never know, right? Like, look at SJ. Dude looks like an angel, like a saint, like a just saint. But he's probably a fan of Marquis de Sade. Like, you guys, sorry. I have trust issues. At any rate, this is goodbye for Oscar and Marie. One couldn't help but change. The other stayed exactly where she'd always been. Now 37. 37!
一緒に屋敷へ戻ろう。
しかし命令待ちならば俺はみんなと一緒にここに。
友をしてほしい。たまにはな。屋敷までの道はもう一人では物騒だからな。
Not that kind of laugh, my girl. And that scene with the portrait and everything? Unrequited love really wears you down, right? And by this point, I was drained having witnessed so much of it. So yeah, I was happy and satisfied, but also heartbroken and devastated all at once. And the fireflies. Oh, this is probably Andre's POV.
グラン
Y'all in the woods
あなたがいれば
though?
私は生きられる
In the woods?
生きていきたい
This is beautiful. Anyway, it is officially July 13th, 1789.
そしてこの日はオスカルの心を支えた男アンドレ・グランディへのあまりに長くあまりに短い最後の一日であった
I mean, thank you for the heads up. Let's not get sidetracked and forget that Company B has now received an order to suppress the civilians, even if it means shooting them. This, of course, calls for a company meeting. Fellas, so got married in the woods the other night. I'm gonna be a trad wife from now on. I'll resign from this position. Like, I don't know about you guys. I'll be doing whatever my husband here says, okay? Yeah. And the fellas were like, congrats, ma'am. What's the order, ma'am? I'm kidding. Oh my god. This is actually a beautiful moment of solidarity. You know, she's like, what he believes in, I believe in. What I believe in, he believes in. We are on the same page. We are one. And the dudes were like, yes, we believe in you. Stay, lead us, and we'll work effectively together because we're all on the same page. We are one. Beautiful.
名乗られよ貴公の階級と称号は
名はオスカル・フランソワしかし階級と称号はない
What a powerful moment, this one. What a my boy. You know when something happens that just shatters you, right? And you try to stop and process it for a moment, but life keeps going on around you. And you're just like, fuck, can I get a break? Can I just stop for a second? But no break. That was episode 39. Oscar's walking around. She's a mess. Coughing up blood. Having all these visions of Andre. Fighting. Crying. Thinking about all her regrets and love. Hallucinating. Crying some more. And then just going back to work like a champ. Happy Bastille Day. And RIP my girl. Like when she was shut down, I felt my heart drop. Not that I didn't know this was gonna happen. Matter of fact, I couldn't imagine the story ending any other way. But still, I didn't even feel like watching the rest of episode 40, like after the 5-year time skip. I was like, yeah, maybe I need to take a 5-year break too. But I ended up coming back after less than 5 hours. Had to see what happened after the revolution after all. We got the Women's March on Versailles, Fersen in Sweden, looking distressed, but nonetheless hot. His return to France. Ew.
共に死ぬために戻ってまいりました。あなたの盾となり、あなたを支えるために。
Ew. Now this scene.
ここまで来れば安心でしょうですからもうここであなたはお帰りください
しかし陛下
ここでお別れしたい
わかりました陛下
Like from a dramatic storytelling point of view, damn. But in general, ew. And the rest is history. Well, aside from the paper rose thing, which once again got me like... So, a few things made this journal particularly special to me. It was my first time doing another show, like other than Legend of the Galactic Heroes, using this format. I introduced my new avatar, which changed the editing process a little bit. I got to learn a few things about history while tackling my way through the show, which was awesome. But the best part, you know what it is you. Your support, your insight, it means everything. And I look forward to experiencing more amazing shows together with you guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. We'll talk about the next journal in a community post, so stay tuned.